Let's talk about the new UPS buyout program. Well, actually, there's not really a UPS buyout program, and that's exactly what I want to talk to you about. You see, UPS just happened to leak this information out there to the public that there's going to be a buyout program for these drivers, yet we don't know anything about it yet. Now, if we were to talk about what the company's goal is, it's to have less drivers on the bottom and the top side. And this buyout program is to nudge some of those drivers that are ready to retire or thinking about leaving to go. See, during COVID, we had a spike of parcels, and we hired a lot of drivers to handle that volume. That volume's not there anymore. The logistics of how a company decides to shrink down its company is not what I want to talk about, but what I do want to talk about is, was this leaked on accident or by design? You see, because right now the only thing that is happening is there's a bunch of gossip between drivers of what the selfish needs would be in order to walk away from a company. And there isn't any information out there, so it almost feels like a strategic ambiguity. Everybody is going to have their own selfish needs of how much money they would walk away from the company and take the buyout program. Well, I have 14 years left with this company with my brothers and sisters. So if you want to know what my buyout's going to be, it's going to be about $1.96 million.
UPS is offering its drivers $1,800 per year of service for the drivers to quit or retire early or whatever case is to leave the company, guys. Now, this is crazy, and a lot of drivers are furious right now because they're like, $1,800 when I make roughly around six figures, even somewhere upwards of mid to high six figures per year, guys. It's most people in most situations, especially where these drivers are right now, guys, it doesn't make sense. Your average UPS driver, they start at $26 an hour. They start there, and it can top out upwards of somewhere around $45 an hour. Now, if you add in overtime, you add in all this premium pay, you add in all the benefits, why would a UPS driver take that? The only way I would take that if I have some kind of inclination, some kind of feeling, some kind of performance where I'm thinking that I may potentially be, being let go eventually. Now, they already announced they're going to lay off around 20,000 people. Do you want to take that risk of being laid off, or do you just want to take, let's say you've been with the company 5 years. Let's say you want to take the $10,000 or a little bit on the that, maybe like $9,000 just to leave the company early. I don't know. You kind of be, it's a tough situation. I know personally, if I've been with a company for 10 years, $18,000 is not going to cut it for me. I'm sorry. And he nailed it on the spot. He said 1.9, $2 million and I'll leave, right? Like that is the reality. But this is what's going on. I got more videos in here that are going to blow your mind. Drivers are speaking out all over the entire world, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get to the rest of the video.
Okay, so I took a deeper look into that, did a little bit more research about the severance packages. It'll be offered to both management and Teamsters. The Teamsters are going to have to negotiate their severance through the union, probably because it's under contract and they're going to have to avoid their contract. But it's going to be different for every person based on how long they've been there, and it'll vary. They get to negotiate their own severance deals with management. It's up to 24 months of continuous pay or a lump sum, and maybe continued benefits. But if you're a Teamster, you'd have to get that through you'd have to negotiate it through the union. And if you're management, you'd have to negotiate it on your own and maybe hire your own lawyer.
Yes, I've had some folks ask me, yo, Teamster teacher, what's your thoughts on these UPS buyouts? One must first remind themselves of two things. One, what is the point of a business? That answer is profit. That's the number one interest. Everybody knows that. It's no secret. The second thing, what's the best and quickest way to do that? We've talked about that before. It's called workforce manipulation. So they do that in two ways to manipulate the workforce. You can thin the workforce by trying to get rid of people, or speed the workforce up, make them go faster. So I think a better question is, what is the interest of the company to propose this buyout? And if you just paid attention to the first half of the video, I think you might guess my answer is that the interest of them is to minimize the workforce by way of buyouts, by not consulting the union in order to thin that said workforce to generate more profit, moving higher paid guys out and lower paid guys in. I also think that other than minimizing the workforce, there's another reason here. It's a little bit more coded and probably less direct, but dividing the workforce? Have you noticed all the infighting that's already taken place when we need to be redirecting that focus onto the company and their motives? That's more important to me.
And it's not every single location that's being laid off. It's all based on demand. It's all based on what the actual warehouse and location for the drivers is need, guys, is because at the end of the day, you know, if a warehouse needs more people to work there, or if you know, they need more drivers or whatever the case is, they're not gonna, you know, buy the people out. They're not gonna lay them off. It's just based on the area. But yes, he nailed it on the spot, guys. Company greed is a big thing. UPS profited almost $9 billion last year in terms of just straight up profit, guys. So when we talk about, you know, cutting payroll, cutting hours, and cutting people, I mean, don't get me wrong, the volume is slowing down. You know, they did in their partnership with Amazon, and they're still delivering Amazon packages, but not as many as when we talk about relative to how many they used to. But $8.5 billion, almost $9 billion last year is a big, hefty number. How much more do you need? And I'm not a business owner. I don't run UPS. I'm not a UPS CEO for a reason. But I'm just saying in general, guys, I know companies need to continue to grow year over year, but golly, $8.5 billion.
I got it. I got the form. The UPS buyout form. And I got it. I've been there less than 25 years, less than 20 years. And I got it. I've been there with the company close to 10, driving 6. But if this is what they think we're worth, like how hard it was to get there as a driver, just to see those numbers, that's a slap in the face, man. Slap in the face.
So after coming into work today, I found out that one, my truck got red tagged last night. And for those of you that don't know, that means I'm not allowed to drive my truck. I had to sit there. So all of my stuff, my water, everything, I had to go search and search and search all around our center to find my truck so I could have my stuff. I ended up finding it. So yay me. But I also just got completely screwed today. So super fun. Can't wait to do it. Sometimes I want to pull my hair out at my job, and today is one of those days. If you feel like that, it's okay. Just remember, one stop at a time. Even though I want to freak out, I'm not gonna.
So yesterday around this time, I was freaking out. About 5 o'clock, saying I can't do this, can't do this. I'm a new driver. It's 5:05.
Yeah.
That's just pickups. But
That's the best feeling when you like about to end off your day and you look in your truck and it's like, boom, it's empty, you know, and you got to just drop off the pickups and you can pack it on up and park the truck and go home. You know, that's the best time of the day. But listen, this is not a super easy job. You can make a lot of money, but it's not a super easy job. Y'all see it about from both of those videos. That's just a different perspective of the job itself.
All right. So apparently I just got an email from the company that is initiating the buyouts for UPS to expect a package tomorrow, whether it be an envelope or whatever. I'm not too sure, but that's new. So if I get any information about what we're getting tomorrow for the buyout, I'll let y'all know. And y'all might have gotten emails from the same company too. So.
But hey, this is what's going on within corporate America right now. You know, people are furious. The drivers are furious. You know, the workers are furious. All these layoffs across, man, they're just trying to downsize. And honestly, I sat back and thought, I was like, why would they be trying to downsize? Maybe they're not as profitable from back when the pandemic was going on. You know, they're trying to downsize because, you know, the volume isn't there. Because if you guys don't remember, man, those are crazy times when everybody was ordering everything. I was at Target during that time and we were sending pallets on pallets, at least 10 pallets per day of just boxes, when on average we were sending like 2 per day. So it's just different times now. But hey, they're just trying to downsize and get back. And also you got another aspect, AI and automation, you know, but this is just what it is, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well for more great content like this. I will see you next video. We out. Let's go.